Good afternoon, Sandy. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
How'd you get here today?
I drove myself.
Yeah, how was traffic?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for that. Sorry we had to meet so late in the evening.
it's okay.
So tell me about yourself. What brought you in today?
Well, I've been having to take care of my dad, and kind of overwhelming at times. He requires a lot of my time and energy, and sometimes I find myself getting frustrated or feeling overwhelmed.
Okay, I understand. Taking care of your loved one is quite a challenge. Do you have any children or a spouse that may be helping you?
Well, that kind of is part of the reason that I'm overwhelmed. I do have a spouse, but he has poor health as well, so I'm having to take care of him. And my child doesn't live here. He lives out of state with his wife and their son, and his wife just had breast cancer, so she's not doing well, and my grandson has few behavioral health issues. So it's all just sort of coming at me at once right now.
Sounds like you got a lot on the plate. I mean, you're a really strong woman to have all that managed at the same time. Like, what do you do to like cope with all that stress and just to manage it?
I guess that's kind of why I'm here. I'm just not quite sure what to do, and how to take care of myself and take care of everybody else that I'm supposed to be taking care of.
Okay, I understand. So how do you feel about like taking care of your father and your spouse at the same time? I know it's like a dual relationship where it's hard on your father and it's hard on you and it's hard on your husband because you have to split time between taking care of them. So how does it? Have you expressed your emotions to them or?
My maybe sometimes, and it might come out the wrong way. And just my dad thinks that I don't want him at my house, and I don't want to take care of him. And in some part, that's true a little, just because I want some time for myself, and I never really get any. And he gets angry that I don't let him drive places, but he's just so forgetful, and he really shouldn't be driving, and he thinks like he should because my husband has worse health than him, and I let him take the car, and so there's friction there, and I feel really guilty if I had to put him in a hole. I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of him. So
I can understand where you get a lot of stress from that, and it's hard to put a loved one that's been around with you, especially your parents, to put them in a home, and that's very understanding. I get where you're coming from. So have you expressed, like, sat down and talked to them, expressed the emotions of just I wrote it down on paper, or like just and so you don't come out as like a negative way, or?
no, not really. I just haven't had the time, and I haven't really thought of that. I was hoping maybe you can help me find some strategies to use so that I can incorporate them at home.
Okay, I understand. So let's talk a little about your son-in-law and the wife. You had a son out of state.
Yeah, my son and his wife, they live in Pennsylvania, and she just had surgery because she had breast cancer. So she was asked me if I would go live with them so that I can help take care of her and take care of my grandson, who is having some behavior issues right now. And I told them no, just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to move out there, and now I feel really guilty for that because I really do miss my family and I want to spend time with them, and I kind of feel stuck here and feel like I can't really do what I want to do for myself or even other parts of my family.
It seems like you have a lot of stress going on, and I understand that you're torn between two parts where you want to go help your family, you want to help your father, and then you want to also help yourself. And the main thing I think for you, best option is to help yourself as first, because you have to do self-care before you're able to help some other your family members out. So we got to work on to be able to find ways to help yourself, spend a little time by yourself, and then be able to help others out.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do if my dad, he needs me there all the time, and so does my husband, and I don't know where I'm going to find the time to be able to take care of myself.
Okay. Have you looked into like having like 24-hour care for them, like maybe like a nurse come in and help, or maybe a friend, or maybe,
Well, that sounds really expensive. I
okay.
don't know if I can afford that.
Okay, we can look around and have maybe see with your insurance and programs that maybe will help you. So about with you, what do you like to do for fun? What helps you out and helps release stress?
Oh, I used to have this book club that I went to with my girlfriends, or sometimes we'd go to bingo. I like that.
Bingo. Oh, that's very interesting. Bingo.
Yeah, I just love it.
So the book club. Like, do you like to read like fiction, novels? Do you like
Oh, we like the thrillers.
the thrillers?
Yeah.
I understand. Oh, that's very interesting. So, with all that, and you said your father is how old again?
He's 92 years old.
92 years old.
92.
Okay. And what health? He's you said dementia, I think it is.
Yeah, and he had a triple bypass surgery too.
Okay.
So he can't really remember. He doesn't remember that he's not supposed to drive. He's always thinking that he's going to go to the store, and I keep telling him he can't. And then he gets mad at me when I don't give him the keys, and it just starts this real big problem.
Okay. And then your husband, what kind of um, what health issues does he have?
Well, he got into a car accident not too long ago, and he had broken his leg. And when they took him to the hospital, they found out that apparently he's had diabetes for a while now. We didn't know about that. And he also has, what do they call it? Yeah, I just can't think of the name of what it is. Sorry, I'm kind of forgetful myself.
It's okay. Take your time.
Um, I can't think of it.
Okay, we'll come back to it. So, with you wanting to move out of state, and your husband and your father both having having physically challenging, basically having having medical issues. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. A little lost. Have medical issues. And dealing with those two, and then you feeling sad about your sister, daughter-in-law,
Daughter-in-law, correct.
her having breast cancer, you denying being able to take care of your grandson, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being able to take care of her and my grandson, I feel so guilty for that.
And I understand that it weighs a lot on your heart, and you're torn, and it's just difficult to say no to somebody that you love so much, and that you want to spend time with them as they're young, and you also want to spend time with your father and your husband as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with their medical issues, it's difficult to spend time with them and to be in dual places at different times.
Right.
So with that, what do you think the best interest that'll help you relieve some stress, and to basically to think about weighing your options and what you should do, and what's best for you and your family?
Well, I really want to be able to start small, so maybe just taking a day or a few hours a week for myself, maybe going to bingo or going to visit with my girlfriends in the book club, since I haven't done that in months. So maybe you can help me figure out how I can use certain resources to help take care of my dad and my husband.
Okay, we can work together and help find some resources out there that might be able to give you a little bit of free time, so you can enjoy yourself and get some quality time just you and yourself and your friends.
I feel like I'm shipping them off to boarding school or something, like they're an animal.
Well, I mean, it may feel that at first, but you may just need just a little bit of time by yourself to cool off and to think about things that you need to do in the future or things you need to do at home.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't get this soon, I'm gonna start having dementia and start forgetting things too. Might go a little crazy.
I can understand, like, you have a lot on your plate, and deal with all that. You're a very strong woman, and it sounds like you're holding it together right now, and just you're coming here right now looking for help and an option so that you can have a little time for yourself.
Yeah.
So we'll get together and we'll write down we'll plan some things. We'll plan about how to get some time for yourself. Plan about how to, for your father, like, see if we can find maybe a program that he can go to for a couple hours, or somebody that can come help and take care of him at home.
I think maybe if we can find a place for him to go, because he doesn't want to be in the house. He keeps wanting to leave. So maybe I can just find a place for him to go and he'll like it. I mean, if he doesn't, we don't have to use that place anymore, but maybe he will.
Okay, yeah, we can look into that, and that's very interesting. We'll find something out there. There might be like a community elderly an elderly home, or not elderly home, like a senior center that he might like.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we can.
It does sound expensive, so hopefully we can figure out how to help pay for that somehow.
We can look into that, and we can work around the expenses. We can find programs and
that would
options
be wonderful.
that may be able to help you out in your situation. Because I know that it's very stressful right now, and before long you might just not be able to take care of yourself and your family, and that's not good.
You know, my Social Security, it's not much, so I don't have much to live off of as is, and I get some money for taking care of my dad and my husband, but definitely not enough, especially because of their medical costs.
I understand. I mean, it may be difficult times, and the finances may not be there, but we can take a look, and we can try to work things out with you and your father and your husband, and maybe get some time for you to go visit your family in Pennsylvania. We can work around.
We would just love that.
It's only 12 minutes. So tell me a little bit about, like, in the beginning. When did your father start to deteriorate? Are you seeing him, like, slowly being forgetful?
Well, this has been going on for quite some time now. It really picked up after his triple bypass. He became even more forgetful than ever. But generally, when he was about 70, 75, I'd say he started to forget things here and there. And then as the years progressed, it just got worse and worse. And then he had his heart attack and needed a triple bypass surgery. And it's just like he came back a different person after that. He just wasn't fully himself and just never has really gotten back on track. It just really took a toll on him.
Okay. And I mean, that may be tough. That's tough on him and yourself. He's not the same
sometimes
person.
he thinks I'm my mom.
Maybe I had the same resilience, same features.
Yeah, I guess I look like her a little.
So, I mean, with him not being the same person as he was, that may affect you just a little bit emotionally, because he's not the same person as before he was, and now you have to take care of him as a child.
Yeah, it's difficult. And then my husband, on top of it, he's just, in his own little world, and he just wants to go as he pleases, and then I have to hear my dad complain about it. And really, my husband probably shouldn't be taking off and going places on his own, but a little more able than my father is, even though my father feels otherwise.
And that made it very difficult where they feel still like they still can move around, and I understand where they might not want anybody's help because they feel that they can still do the same as they've been as their younger years.
Yeah, I just wish, my sister would just move back here so she could help me out with some of this. But, I don't have anyone here. It's just me, and my son's not here anymore. And even if he was, he has his own issues with his family. And my sister, she's just off in Florida, enjoying the sun, just living her life, no worries.
So how was your communication with your sister?
Oh, it's very, non-existent at the moment. I'm a little angry at her, and I know sometimes it's not her fault. I'm a little bitter that I feel trapped here, and she's off and enjoying her retirement out in sunny Florida at the beach every day, playing pinochle.
And and you not having a lot of communication. You mind if I ask you why is that?
Probably just more me than her. Whenever she does call me, I think I might complain a lot about everything that's going on here and how I wish I had help, and I want her to come back, and I'm just a little frustrated and maybe taking it out on the wrong person.
Okay, have you expressed the emotions to her about being like kind of like have you stated like trapped and not having a way out and you want some time for yourself?
No, I'm not very good at vocalizing that when I'm on the phone with her. I'm more just yelling at her about her not being here to help out, and I think it just comes off as me just being angry and not. I don't think she fully understands truly how I feel, just because we don't ever get to that point because I'm just so irate by the time I talk to her.
I can understand the frustration where sometimes we do take it out on others, which we want to express to them that we just need a little bit of help. And I understand you have a lot on your plate, and you're a very strong woman to be able to take care of all that right now. You just need a little bit of help, and we're here to help you, and we'll find ways to work with your schedule and your finances, and help your father as well. Have you thought about putting him in like in a retirement home or getting 24-hour care?
I thought about it, but I feel like he would think I abandoned him or something, and I just would feel so bad. I feel like it's my responsibility as his child to take care of him. He raised me and took care of me, and now it's my turn to return the favor.
And I can understand where you want to return the favor and you want to take care of your father. But with that option of your husband being ill as well, and your father being very ill, do you think it's kind of clashing between taking care of your husband and taking care of yourself?
Oh, definitely. I definitely feel some clashing there.
Um, what do you think you should do?
Well, my first step was just asking for help, I guess. I've had a hard time asking for help, and that's why I'm here with you. I'm trying to figure out financially what's the best route to go so that I can just make myself happy as well as everyone else.
Okay, so maybe next time when we meet, can we ask your father and your husband to come in so we can talk to them as well?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'd like to get out of the house. I mean, I'm not sure if they'll be this quiet in here. You might have some hollering and hooting around, but definitely we can try it.
So we can talk to them. Okay, we can talk to them about the situation, how you feel, and what maybe we can weigh options out, and what maybe we can do with just work as a team. Maybe get some time for yourself and also get time for them by themselves. Because I understand your father wants to be out and he wants to be mobile,
Right.
and he's unable to drive. So, and then your husband takes the car, and that's probably his alone time away from everybody. And you kind of don't have any. With you expressing to me, you don't have really alone time for yourself or to get out and do things that you want to do.
Yeah.
So we can work together, and next time we meet, we can ask your father and your husband to come down, And with you feeling very sad about not being able to help your son and your daughter-in-law and take care of their son, that I understand where that frustration, that hardship comes from, because you want to be there. Have you? Maybe we can give them a call and you can talk to them and express your feelings of how you've been dealing with so much stress here and that you want to be there, but just as the moment you can't. But when the moment's right, maybe you can ask them to come down, or you can go see them, or you can work around the situation, and just so maybe you can get a little time just on the phone or maybe online, just Skype with your grandson. Maybe he might know that.
Yeah, that might be good. That's an idea.
Just so that you can be there emotionally, but you might not be there physically.
Yeah, hopefully one day soon I can get out there physically too.
Okay. So, with next time when we meet, we'll be able to talk about. We'll have maybe you can ask your father and your husband to come along, so we both can talk to them. And then with that, you can express your feelings to them, and while you're in a safe environment without being agitated or confrontation of so much of that.
Okay, that sounds great.
And
Looking forward to that.
alrighty, I'll be glad to see you. I'll take down your contact information, and we'll schedule a time for you, and we can work from there.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Espinoza.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You too.